A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant diplomatic move, British Foreign Secretary David Lammy is embarking on his inaugural trip to China this week, aiming to recalibrate the UK's fraying relationship with Beijing. This visit comes against a backdrop of escalating tensions over human rights abuses, cyber espionage, and geopolitical conflicts. Lammy's two-day journey, which begins this Friday, will take him to major cities including Beijing and Shanghai, as he seeks to foster what he describes as pragmatic engagement with one of the world's largest economies. The UK-China relationship has soured in recent years, primarily due to allegations of espionage, Beijing's crackdown on civil liberties in Hong Kong, and its support for Russia amid the ongoing war in Ukraine. These issues have placed a strain on diplomatic ties, making Lammy's visit a crucial step towards addressing these challenges. According to UK officials, Lammy's discussions will not shy away from sensitive topics, particularly the case of Jimmy Lai, a prominent Hong Kong activist and publisher of the now-defunct Apple Daily newspaper. Lai has been imprisoned since 2020, and his situation has become a focal point for the UK government, with spokesperson Dave Pearce emphasizing that securing Lai's release is a top priority. The British government has urged Hong Kong authorities to cease what they describe as politically motivated prosecutions. Lammy previously raised Lai's case during a meeting with Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi at a gathering of Southeast Asian leaders in Laos, and he is expected to continue advocating for his release during this trip. The Labour government, led by Prime Minister Keir Starmer, is navigating a complex relationship with China. Starmer, who recently secured a landslide election victory, has yet to articulate a comprehensive strategy for managing ties with Beijing. His predecessor Rishi Sunak faced pressure from within his Conservative Party to adopt a more confrontational stance regarding China's human rights record and security threats. However, Sunak opted for a more diplomatic approach, underscoring the necessity of engaging with China despite the growing perception of it as a systemic challenge to British values. The last British Foreign Secretary to visit China was James Cleverly, who emphasized the importance of maintaining dialogue with Beijing despite significant differences. The geopolitical landscape has shifted dramatically, particularly after British and American authorities accused Chinese government-linked hackers of conducting extensive cyber operations targeting officials, journalists, and activists. This comes on the heels of allegations against 4 men in the UK charged with espionage for China, including a former researcher in Parliament and an office manager of the Hong Kong Trade Office in London. In response, China has accused Britain's MI6 intelligence agency of recruiting spies, further complicating the diplomatic dialogue. On the Chinese side, the Foreign Ministry expressed readiness to collaborate with the UK to enhance cooperation and stabilize relations. Spokesperson Mao Ning highlighted the importance of the UK-China relationship, noting that both nations are permanent members of the United Nations Security Council and major global economies. She asserted that a long-term, stable relationship serves the mutual interests of both countries and contributes to global peace and development. Lammy's visit is expected to prioritize trade discussions, but analysts caution that human rights and security concerns will loom large over negotiations. Observers note that the number of high-level meetings between the two countries has diminished, with notable clashes over issues such as Hong Kong, the South China Sea, and the treatment of Uyghurs in Xinjiang. Furthermore, Chinese investment in Europe has been declining, with funds increasingly directed towards nations like Hungary that maintain favorable relations with Beijing. The British Parliament's 2021 motion declaring China's actions against the Uyghur people as genocide and the subsequent ban on Huawei technologies from the UK's 5G infrastructure development on the growing mistrust. Wang Yi, an international relations expert at Renmin University, suggests that Lammy's primary focus will be to revive economic dialogue and attract Chinese investment to the UK. He also posits that cooperation on green economy initiatives will be a key area of interest. As Lammy embarks on this pivotal diplomatic mission, the world will be watching closely to see how he balances the pressing need for economic engagement with the ethical imperative of addressing human rights violations. The outcome of this trip could have significant implications for the future of UK-China relations and the broader geopolitical landscape. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.